Welcome back, everybody. This is my Going Vegan, My Journey, episode 4. And today we're going to talk about me now. My life is a little bit different. I'm a dairy-free pescatarian. Well, at least that's what I call myself. We'll dive in more to that in a moment. I like to always introduce myself. I am Carol Ward. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm an aunt. I'm a friend to many. And I'm also an entrepreneur. I am the owner and CEO of Carol Ward Fitness and carolwardfitness.com. And my mission in life is to help people heal themselves from the inside out. And I help them by helping build their confidence, helping them find peace and joy, and helping them get fit. And all while having a ball at life, because I like to have fun, and I like to think that I'm kind of a funny person, and I like to stir things up a little bit and just have a good time. So today we're going to talk, I thought we were going to talk about lifestyle changes for beginners. So I apologize in advance. That's actually my next in the series. That will be number 5, and that will be the final chapter or episode in this series. So today we're going to talk about how my journey has evolved, because in the beginning, like I said, I didn't plan to become vegan. It was sort of accidental, and I just kind of flowed with it because it came out of a detox program, and then my nutrition has evolved through the years. Most of the time I was pretty well vegan, except for in the very beginning stages. I was kind of messing with being a vegan, not being a vegan, because I was trying to find different sources of protein for my body, to feed my body. And before I went completely vegan, I was doing whey protein, which has milk caseins in it. And I wondered why my stomach upset was still there a little bit, and it was because of the milk caseins. So I got rid of the muscle milk. I got rid of any kind of whey protein. I just dumped it all out and started from scratch. And I started adding back in pea protein, and that was powdered protein. And I added back in some amino support through some various shakes, and also some workout supplements, some pre-workout, some post-workout supplements. And although those were really great, and I still use pre and post workout supplements, I didn't want my whole diet to just be centered around all these processed things. That was really important to me along this journey, is to really find the most natural form of anything that I could eat, and eat it in its most natural form. I'm trying my best to, and I failed all the time, but I'm trying my best to eat from the earth, and to really use that to fuel my body, to eat as clean as I possibly can, and to eat things in their most natural state. So, of course, if I'm turning to processed pea protein and things of that nature, it's all processed and it has chemicals in it. And I was really trying to avoid processing and chemicals, and too much of this vitamin and too much of that vitamin, and not enough of this vitamin, and what have you. So I just put my faith in the Lord, and I just said, walk it out with me. So through the years, more often than not, I did have more of a vegan lifestyle. I don't like to put labels on things, because I don't want to be held to perfectionism of anything. That to me is about control, and I learned a long time ago that doesn't work in my life. It's not suited for me, and I don't want to try to control this. I just want to be on a journey and allow my eyes to be open, and to explore what works, what doesn't work for me. And so as I went along, on occasion in those first couple of years, now mind you, it's been 4 years since I went vegan. So in the very first couple of years, I probably had shrimp 2 or 3 times a year. Just because it might have been that it was a busy day, and I might have been on a business trip or out with a friend, and I didn't get enough protein, and I knew I had to have protein. So I figured shrimp was better than no protein. So as the years have gone on, I realized that as you age, you start to look at your skin, and you start to think about brain function, and you start to think about things like that. I'm 52, so I'm in that next tier of life, and I started thinking about heart health and my joints, and I started thinking about brain function and my skin and all of those things, vitamin D. And I, for a time, did take vitamin D in pill form, and I thought, this isn't really, I don't feel like this is what I was supposed to do. Like, it didn't suit me. And that's when I started doing some research about fish. I had eaten fish prior to going vegan, but I hadn't in a long time. So I have now added in fish, and it's been about maybe a year and a few months since I decided to incorporate fish. I can go sometimes weeks without having fish, but I would say more often than not, I try to eat fish 3 to 4 times a week. And that's not always oily fish. Sometimes it's more white fish like tilapia. Sometimes it is actually going to be tuna fish. I mean, honestly, the little packets that you can take and put on top of a salad with you on the road are perfect. I do love a good seared tuna. So that's something I don't make. I usually get it if I go out for dinner somewhere and they have some good ahi tuna. I'm on top of that stuff. And then salmon is another favorite of mine. I love salmon. Salmon's one of the ones I do try to make at home. It's a really great supplement for omega-3s, and it really helps my hair, my skin, my nails, everything, helps my joints. So since I've added that back in, I feel more balanced, I guess you could say. I feel like I'm getting protein from vegan sources. I'm getting it from this really great, super nutritious shake I get every day into my diet. I'm getting it from some pre and post workout supplements on occasion, and I'm also getting it from fish on occasion. So I feel like everything's kind of balancing out in my body. And I think if you were to ask me, would I ever add back in meat or would I ever add back in dairy? I don't really think so. However, I feel like I'm not going to restrict myself. I'm not going to say absolutely no way, no how, never. Because I didn't do this as an animal activist, I did this for my own nutrition benefits. Who knows what the future's to hold? It's something that I'm open. If it's gonna make me healthier, and I feel like I need it, and I feel like I can get good sources of protein without a lot of, without having to worry about hormones, without having to worry about other vitamins added in that are naturally occurring, without having to worry about fertilizers, the types of fertilizers that cows or chickens or whatever have eaten. I don't want to have to think about those things. I just really want to think about, putting things into my body that I feel like come from the earth or are healthy. And fish, I know, doesn't come from the earth, but you know what I'm saying. It's farm raised usually, and I know that doesn't prohibit it from having things in it too, but I think it's probably much cleaner than if I were to eat a cow or chicken. That's just my philosophy. Everyone's different, and I'm open to ideas. When it comes to dairy, I know dairy and I are not friends. From the get-go, from the time I was a baby, I was lactose intolerant. I had to have soy milk. I don't like soy anything anymore. So now I'm more in favor of cashew milk. I like almond milk. And if I ever indulge in ice cream, it is going to be a cashew milk ice cream or coconut milk ice cream. But I try not to go toward things of that nature. I'm still on my journey. I still try to eat a lot of greens. I still try to eat lean when I'm looking at the meats that I do eat, the meatless meats. And I do also try to have a balance with carbs, and I try to go mostly whole grain there. And I also try to eat very nutritiously when it comes to sugar. I really try and cut down on sugar wherever I can, and I try to eat healthy sugars like fruit. So that's just where I'm at in my journey. I'm not a nutritionist. I am not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. But this is just the journey I have been on and what has worked for me. You have to figure out what works for you. But I hope that there might have been some kind of nugget of valuable information in the video that you might have related to along the way about kind of testing the waters to figure out, you know, what works for your body to get you into optimum health. Remember, this has been a journey for me to stay off blood pressure medication, to make sure I have no high cholesterol, to make sure that I avoid type 2 diabetes that runs in my family, to make sure I have great eye health, which is fish is great for, and just overall to stay as healthy as I can. And I do that along with a fitness regimen. It's not just nutrition; the two go hand in hand. And so I feel like all those things, my faith, trying to keep a low stress level, all of those things kind of play together to keep me in optimum health, which is what I hope and pray for the rest of my life, and hope it's a long, healthy life. And I wish the same for you. And so I thank you for tuning in, and look out again tomorrow for Lifestyle Changes for Beginners. Have a great one. Take care. Good night.